Lewis is in court to claim £20 from his friend after he damaged his precious garden gnome. Defendant Hayden admits damaging the gnome, but says that because it was already broken, he shouldn't have to pay. He is counterclaiming £88 to replace a damaged tent.
Do I have Lewis here?
You do.
How
Hello.
splendid. And is it Hayden?
Correct.
Excellent. Now, gentlemen, the two of you, amongst other things, are comedians. Is that correct?
That's true. Yes.
Now, ordinarily, the next question would be tell us a joke, but I won't ask.
Very kind.
Yes, it is kind, not just for me, but for Michelle, for also Peter, and I suspect a good deal of viewers as well. Lewis, as I understand it, the two of you are going to attend, in your case for the first time, the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, correct? Now, one of the things about going to Edinburgh, especially that time of year, is it's very expensive because all the comedians and fringe actors are up there, etc. Correct?
Correct.
So finding somewhere to stay is rather difficult.
Yes.
The two of you came to an arrangement. What was the arrangement, Lewis?
The arrangement was that we would stay on a campsite, keep costs low for the whole month.
Absolutely the case. Entire month at a campsite, correct?
Correct.
Is this your first time camping, Hayden?
No, I've been camping with family before.
Understood. Do you like the inside of a tent?
I'm quite partial to the inside of the tent, actually.
How about a caravan?
I do love a good caravan, but...
You're more tent than trailer?
Yeah.
I presume it was a two-man tent?
It was a three-man tent, but it was enough room for two people comfortably.
And there it is. Is that the first one that we can see?
It's the one in the distance, the nicest one.
I see.
That's us.
Right. Yes, the first one looks like it's been mugged by Swampy.
Yes.
You went and bought some supplies, as I understand it. And naturally, everybody was going to share food, drink, essentials, toilet paper, I don't know, perhaps some deodorant, that sort of thing. In addition to that, at the shop, what else did you acquire, Lewis?
I purchased a garden gnome. The idea being, if you see that gazebo over there, I knew that when we're there for the whole month...
Pause for a second. It's a very important case. You know, I used to do international law at The Hague. I'm going to turn to look at the gazebo and ask you where you positioned your garden gnome.
Now, if you can see the nearest corner of the gnome dome...
What dome?
That would be the gnome dome judge. If you see the nearest corner, that's where he would normally be.
I never thought that I'd find myself trapped in the middle of such a horrendous sentence. Please would you step forward and point out the gnome dome?
I will make my way to the gnome dome. It's this here. That was the gnome dome.
Thank you very much for showing me around your gnome dome. Now, the reason it was called a gnome dome, sir, is that you had purchased a gnome.
Correct.
From where did you purchase said gnome?
It was from a local supermarket. We did it as part of a bigger shop.
How much?
£20.
Of your money?
Yes.
Not the shared kitty?
No.
And eventually he stood outside of the tent and became something of a mascot, correct?
Correct.
He became, I don't know, a symbol of fun and frolic and that sort of thing, and the subject of inspiration even for people's jokes.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that we were there for a month and I knew that morale would fade. We're on a campsite, it's not the greatest situation.
With a bunch of comedians.
Well, yeah, because tears of a clown. So when it would get sad, you always had that in the corner and he was always there for you, always smiling.
What was his name?
Gnomes. He would dispute that, but...
Just pause. Yes, sir, you'd like to respond to the very important factual issue as to the name of the garden gnome.
His name was actually Stephen, because...
Just pause. I just want to be clear. We have a very important difference of fact. You believe the gnome's name was...
Gnomes.
And you believe it was...
Stephen.
Why did you think it was Stephen? Don't be stupid. Stay and watch the best Judge Rinder moments. And I'm talking. Understood? Don't be a moron. Subscribe to Judge Rinder YouTube channel. Right now. That's an order.